Hello, everybody. It's Jen, MasterGlam. I am back with a new video. And this is my gorgeous client, Victoria. She's been a client for a little while. As you can see, I've started her brows and I'm working on her skin. I'm adding a little bit of NC47, I believe, in Studio Fix Fluid by MAC. I added a little bit of that near her jawline for some more coverage. And I'm just using my sponge applicator to blend out her nose contour. All right, so as you can see, I'm using a Morphe palette. Don't know the name of it. It was gifted to me. And most of the brushes I'm using are by Coastal Scents or BH Cosmetics or purchased from eBay. I'm using a standard blending brush just to sweep in a neutral brown into the crease area just to give her some definition. I'm also going to be using a reddish brown from the palette to define her outer corner. I'm only applying it in the outer corner for this look, for this particular look. Doesn't mean that it's wrong, doesn't mean that it's right if you go all the way in or, whatever. It just gives a different look. I can't stress that enough because some people might see me do something and they're like, well, why'd you do that? And I'm like, well, I'm an artist. I do what I like. I'm going to also be putting on a black eyeshadow with a Coastal Scents medium shadow brush. You'll see that in a minute. And I'm just going to pack the black shadow on. And then with my finger off camera, you'll see that I apply a little bit of a silver shadow into the center of the crease or the center of the eyelid, I'm sorry, with my finger. Y'all, this is like my fifth or sixth time recording this because of my son screaming in the background. So please, if I don't sound so enthusiastic, I apologize. But this is not a black eyeshadow that I'm using. This is actually a dark brown. You can still use a black eyeshadow to do a smoky eye. You just really have to know what you're doing and choose your skin complexion correctly. The skin complexion that you're going to be applying a black eyeshadow on. You just can't use it on anyone. Now I'm using the browns that I used for her transition color on her bottom lash line. And I really like this step. I think it helps put the look more together. And I'm applying that silver that I talked about earlier on the middle of the lid. I thought I didn't catch it, but I was ahead of myself. So there it is. I applied some brow gel, Anastasia, to hold those brow hairs in place. And now you will see in this clip that I am struggling with the eyelash. I honestly struggled a lot more than what you guys saw. I believe I took off her lash a total of 3 times, 3 or 4 times. Definitely 3 or 4 times. Just because the glue, I believe, was bothering her. And the fumes were making her eyes water. So instead of trying to force her or force the client to, put the lash on, just stop because that's going to ruin your work. As soon as I see that a client is tearing up, I stop what I'm doing. Whether it's eyeliner, lashes, whatever it is, just stop because it's just going to ruin your work. Give them a tissue, tell them to take a deep breath and you start working on something else, which is exactly what I did here. You'll see I struggle with the lash because of the fumes, and I moved on to something else. I'm using it's my Ray Ray. I'm using the second bronzer and I am applying that on her skin. You'll also see that I go ahead and use blush as well. I applied some blush. Where did I? Yeah, the blush came from a Coastal Scents palette. And then I'm still using the It's My Ray Ray for highlight. And then I go in and blend everything like you see I'm doing now. I'm blending with like the translucent powder. And one thing that I will suggest to makeup artists is try to challenge yourself. Don't always do the same exact techniques and routines all the time. You do different things. It may not give you the result that you're looking for, but just go ahead and fix it. Take your time and be aware of your time. Because with her, I didn't like the under eye concealer. I did go ahead and change her under eye concealer from what you see here, just because I didn't like the look. And the first thing is that your client is going to be walking around with that makeup. You want your client to be very confident when they are wearing your work. And secondly, it's your work. People are going to see it. She's going to tell people that you did it. So please be mindful of that. Don't let your client just, leave looking any kind of way. Even though time, is precious, you still want to make sure that your client looks good. Give them what they paid you for. Okay. Now Victoria's applying her chapstick. You can see I'm using that small brush to blend everything. Anything that I feel like needs to be blended, I'm just going to go ahead and use my brush and, just blend, blend, blend. Soften things out. I like my makeup to look very, very soft. I'm using a Ruby Kisses lip liner right here, and I'm going to be applying a Dior lipstick. I do not remember the shade of it, but it is by Dior. And the lip liner is dark brown from Ruby Kisses. Okay. And like I said, you want to pay attention to detail. I feel like that's what separates an amateur makeup artist or, someone that does makeup at home is that, we know certain things. We're skilled in things and we pay attention to detail. We pay attention to colors. We pay attention to every little thing. We get those things so that our clients can look good, and that's what you want to do, is focus on, attention to detail. Make sure that everything is, perfect for your client. Step back, look at your work, see how your work looks on camera. That's actually how I knew her under eye highlight was a little too bright. The dark shadow, caused, darkness to be showing at the bottom, and I used some eye cream to go ahead and fix that and apply a different concealer. And also a detail I was saying, you can see here, I saw that she needed more coverage down there. Just pay attention to detail. Bottom lash mascara, a lot of people skip that, but you definitely want to do that. I do that with every single client, every single client. All right, setting her face with that Urban Decay, honey, and we're done. This is the look. This is basically the look. Like I said, I did go back in later, and change her highlight from what you see now, but that's my client. I wanted to make sure that she looks good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Give this a big thumbs up, guys.